Rain Access Solutions.
Hi, I'm Glenn of Access Solutions. Welcome to my vlog. For our video today, we have a RAV4. If I'm not mistaken, the model of this RAV4 is 2016, and we are being tasked to install a 4K camera to this car. Now, the camera that we will be installing is the button boson, which is a 4K, and right now I'm showing where the wires will be running under these covers. So it's gonna go from here, and it's gonna go inside that side and underneath this compartment and all the way to this, if we wish to connect the camera using the cigarette lighter port. But we're going to try and direct the camera inside this compartment where underneath is the fuse box location, and we're gonna try and attach the end of these connectors to the fuse box. Not all the fuse box or the fuses can be used as the power source for our camera. That's why we're gonna select the only one with power when the accessory or the key, the ignition key is set to accessory. That way, if the car is switched off or it is not running, then the camera will also not run, and we're gonna conserve a battery power. So right now what we're trying to remove is the compartment itself, and behind that is where the small fuse box is located. It's really hidden underneath this part here. So you're gonna make some effort to remove the cover, and the fuse box for this kind of RAV4 is really small, and the fuses themselves are also tiny, a bit smaller than the regular fuse that you usually see in cars or in trucks. So right now I'm gonna try and remove one of the fuse box and try to test it with a tester and see if this fuse box has power when when the ignition key is set to accessory or accessory mode. So right now we found the right fuse, and it is the color blue, and we're gonna use that to attach our cable onto and to power our 4K button boson um, dash cam. So as you can see from here, I'm trying to remove the side cover of this part, and I actually find it harder to remove um, the the whole cover itself, even though I'm using two plastic spadgers. So the best that I can do is to just leave the side of it and not remove the whole cover. So okay, so let's just open the box first of this dash cam, and let's see how we're gonna use it in this RAV4 car. So as usual, we have the main body of the dashcam, and this is the um, power accessory. So it has three colors of power cable. We have the red, the yellow, and the black. The other side of this cable is the USB-C type, and if you look closely, we're gonna just select the yellow one, and we're gonna cut the rest. So this one will be connected to the accessory, and we're gonna use the black to connect to the body of the car, while we are gonna cut the red wire. We're not going to use the red wire anymore, so we're just gonna remove it. We also cannot use the tip of this, so I'm going to cut the wire and remove the connector, and we're gonna strip off the wire of its cover. So that way we can plug this wire directly with the tip or the port of the connector of the fuse that we have removed. So remember that in this RAV4 2016 model, we remove the blue fuse. I think all of the fuses for RAV4 2016 are the same, and I didn't see the rating of that fuse, but you can pick up any multimeter and figure out which fuse in the fuse box is connected to the accessory mode. So as you can see, I'm starting to install the wire now, and I'm beginning the installation from the bottom. I'm trying to stick out the other part to this side. So that way I'm just gonna pull it up starting from the bottom. So when installing wires of a dash cam in the car, you're gonna be needing spudgers, preferably plastic, so to avoid damaging the covers of the upholstery, and prepare some long nose pliers to pull up or pull out the fuses from the fuse box, and also some screwdrivers to unscrew some of the screws if you encounter them, like what we're doing here. So far, we didn't use the screwdriver. We just used the long nose plier to remove one of the fuses. And right now, we're extending the cable or the power cord of the dashcam towards that side. So you're just gonna be like patient when doing this to avoid damaging the cable. Do not rush with the installation. Just take your time and just install it slowly. And right now we have the cable reach the top of the windshield. So before you insert that, we need to, before you hide the cable inside the upholsteries, you need to test if the camera is working. So right now, as you can see, I'm assembling the camera and attaching the main body to its base. So this base, the one with the red sticker, is what we're gonna attach to the windshield. We're just going to stick this just a few inches above the windshield. That way it doesn't obstruct the view of the driver. So here you can actually see where we are attaching the base. And as soon as we get the proper location, we're gonna remove the sticky part or the cover that prevents this base from sticking, and we're gonna attach this slowly to the glass. So once we have it, we're gonna try and attach the USB cord to it to estimate the length of the cord that we're gonna be allowing to see, or we're gonna be allowing to dangle, and use some cable organizer to tidy it up later. So here we're attaching it, and we are now hiding the cable underneath the top upholstery, and you don't need to actually push it all the way inside, just within 1 inch maybe from that edges, and it should be fine. as long as you're hiding the wire properly. So there you go. This is how we are hiding the cable. After this installation, the driver or whoever the owner of this car is will never notice how we installed the camera. It's going to be totally hidden. I mean, all the cables will be totally hidden from views. Even the power installation will not be visible, and it's going to be like professionally done. So as you can see from the side, we didn't have to remove the cover. We are just inserting the cable in the rubber shielding next to the upholstery cover, and it should be fine. And once you tuck the wires inside that part, it's really hard to pull it out or remove it, and it won't be noticeable like what we're doing here. But if you really want it to be like safe and totally hidden, even when you remove this rubber, you can actually try and pry off the upholstery cover. But this way, this thing that we're doing here is fine as well, as long as you hide the wires from the plain view. So the secret actually of installing a dash cam is to just hide the wires and install the wires properly, connect it to the proper fuse to avoid any electrical malfunctions later. Now, as you can see, the top part is over. We have installed um, the wires and have the wires hidden at the top part of this car. Now we are working the process of installing these wires underneath and connecting it directly to the fuse box. So we have actually connected it now. Um, one of the wires, the yellow wires, to the fuse box, and this black wire now is being connected to the chassis of the car. So we're doing it this way to get the negative polarity or power of the battery from the main chassis. So there we have secured it properly with a plier. And once that is secured, we're gonna tuck in or use cable tie to tidy in the wires, the extra wires that you are seeing here. So we're gonna tidy it up, like roll these wires a bit, and we're gonna use some cable ties to secure this to the chassis. That way, even if someone was messing up with, I mean, if someone wants to try and remove the compartment box, then they will still not easily notice the wires that we have installed. So we're gonna attach this securely to one of the strong part of this chassis. As you can see from here, we have used some cable wires to tidy it. So right now we're hiding it and attaching it to the chassis so that, yeah, as I said earlier, it will be harder to just notice it even if they have removed the compartment box later. Also, when installing dashcam and installing wires, you may have to purchase something like that small square block that you're seeing here. This is a rechargeable LED light. I actually bought this for vlogging, for when I'm drawing, but it's also useful when installing network cables or any other types of cables, usually in the dark part of the cars, like underneath this dashboard. Without this LED light, I think it will be harder for us to do our job properly because it's gonna be darker in here. You won't see a freaking thing. Okay, so we're almost done here. We're just doing the some tidying of the cable wires here. As you can see, the red wire is still there. I'm not going to cut that red wire, but instead I'm gonna roll it back, roll it up, and tuck it in behind, along with the others in this chassis. So if ever in the future I will need to have a use for the red wire, I can actually just unroll it and use it. So we will also cut some of the cable ties that we have used in here and to remove some of the eyesores. Okay, so the installation of wires is, I think, done. We're gonna try and switch off the accessory, and there you go. As you can see, once he activated the key to the accessory mode, the camera has switched on. And as soon as he switched off the key, the camera is also switched off. So this is the fuse box that I'm talking about, and that yellow thing that is protruding outside the box is the positive power that powers up our dashcam. The last part of the installation is to attach the cable organizer. This will tidy up the hanging cable that is connecting our dashcam. It's easy to use, just remove the plastic that covers the sticky part of it and just stick it to the um, mirror or the glass. And we will only need two of these, but actually this camera has more than two or four pieces of this. Okay, so what's next is to just return the covers that we have removed from this side. This is what covers the fuse box. And after that, it's time to put back the compartment box. Okay, so there you go. So we're just gonna put back the items that we have removed from inside, and we're good to go. All right, so as you can see, the camera is now running. So this camera will run automatically when we switch on the car, and it will automatically switch off when the car's engine is off. Okay, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you find this video useful, please like and leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.